Week went by fast. Fine, we'll do this then. Welcome back. This is the second one. I'm actually surprised the first one's actually going to be submitted in just a second. I'm actually working on it at this moment. I'm trying to finish it and submit it today. But, oh well, I'll just think about what to do there, Jim. Okay. Well, I'll just go ahead and get the whole thing wrapped up. You know me as Dylan Taylor Vinson from imnotes.com. This is just the regular in the eyes of the beholder thing. Doing review per week. Submitting what I got done. Something, whatever. Oh well. Let's see what I get. I was reading in my literature class, and I came across one of the oldest texts back then, written in cuneiform, but was translated into English for us to understand, also known as basically, we were just talking about it, and I was just reading it, and this is basically one of the first things that ever came up into literature. And it's based around this character named Gilgamesh, who I believe is a pompous dick. A very pompous dick. Very pompous dick. And, as my literature teacher says, he has a major hubris, penis arrogance, where he constantly tries to prove himself, but is revered it as honor. So, but anyway, you notice I have a haircut. But yeah, it's very, the lines are very repetitive, and there's major gaps. But from what I read, they kind of can try and fill those gaps up. It's not a bad read, but not that many people would want to read it. It's one of those literature things. You're gonna have to read it sooner or later, so you might as well just wait. Don't read it. Just get away from it. Let's go on with my wonderful companion. I just strip out every single thing that it has. My Wii. This thing. The wonderful Nintendo Wii that I love. You know it's good. Well, anyway, let's talk about the few channels that it has. People who have a Wii know what this is. You have all these basic channels which you start off with. There's the basic disc channel, which is the channel that has the little disc thing right there that you put the disc in, play the game. Then you have the following channel, which is the Mii channel, which is the one where you create the Miis that you actually use whenever you play a game. You don't have to make them, but you can just make them, and apparently people really like making them. It's like having an avatar maker. No, but I barely make them for fun. I just do it for the competitions. But we'll get on to that in just a second. The next one is Photo Channel. Photo Channel is a little channel where you can observe the photos that you have on your Wii. You can also put in a little SD card right in this little compartment over here, which I have right there. Little Wii SD card. But you can put in any SD card, and usually it can also play videos that you have on your SD card, which I find pretty cool. But it only happened with my nephew's camera. But anywho, basically you can mess around with your photos, you can check them out, you can go with a little slideshow, but I don't think anybody would ever do that. That's kind of retarded. Unless you want to do like a little presentation. But that's kind of cool. and you can do little puzzles with it, and you can also draw on them. So it's like a little canvas thing. I made like a little. Usually you can upload pictures from your message board. Pictures people send you. Pokemon Snap on there. If you buy Pokemon Snap for the Wii, then you can actually upload the pictures. So a few which I've actually done. Next, there is the Everybody Votes channel. Everybody Votes channel is just voting. The fun activity of voting. Basically, it just gives you a simple little question, such as, what would you do this summer? And give off either something very exciting and something I don't want to do anything, just lay around thing. I pick green. But it's kind of cool, I guess. The little statistics thing, how if you check your person, but yeah, it's okay. Well, it's fun, harmless fun. I mean, it just takes up a few blocks, but eh. And we got the Check Me Out channel, which is basically people make me's and they expect you to look at them, which many of them are very unoriginal. But you know, there's the little cat girl one, and there's the weird SpongeBob happy face. I hate that one to the under thing, you know, it's kind of, but there are a few good ones, and they also have a little contest that you can come, judge, check out, make little me's for, which I usually do from time to time. It's fun, I guess. I keep them around so I can just use them. I don't know, that's usually where my creativity just goes off into the thing. I don't really care. I never noticed my eyebrows did that. Next is the Wii Shopping channel, which some of these you actually need internet for. So if you don't have internet, then you're out of luck. So you need to either get what I have, which is just Wi-Fi. So you either have Wi-Fi or an Ethernet cable. I don't think it takes an Ethernet cable, so yeah, you can't use an Ethernet on this thing. There's no Ethernet cable anywhere. So, anywho, I did it again, son of a bitch. The Wii Shop channel, basically you can go buy old games that were for NES, Super NES, TurboGrafx, N64, something like that. You don't have to buy GameCube games, because those are already discs. You can't put a cartridge in there. See, you just can't take GoldenEye and just stuff it in the slot. It's not explode. But you have to go and buy the game, and usually you'll come with a little additional thing. Games like I have, and oh my god, I had some of the worst games that I could have bought, but I bought them anyway. So they also have their own original games that developers make, some by Square Enix, some by individual developers, anything. It's pretty cool, but you know, there's all that other kind of stuff. They also have an internet channel, which is for people who just want to check the internet on their TV. Find it kind of retarded, but I bought it anyway, so I'm kind of retarded. But, and then there's the weather channel, very, very awful. I hate it. Then there's the news channel, I kind of like it, but it's kind of cool. You know, you can get rid of it. I get rid of it. I hate it. There's also another channel I cannot remember. Oh, Nintendo channel. Let's get rid of that. Nintendo channel is basically a Nintendo channel. It has the commercials, expo thing, views, reviews, all sorts of stuff. It's kind of cool. I like it. That's basically it. I didn't get too much done for it, so anywho. Well, this is Dylan Taylor Vinson of I'mRolls.com. In the eyes of the beholder says ta-ta for now.
Very pompistic, very pompistic, very pompistic, very pompistic, very pompistic, very pompistic, very pompistic. He's a big dick, up in a rig. Gilgamesh the dick made a good new friend. And Kiru was cool, but he acted like a fool. Sucker gonna die in vain.